What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Contract Jack. So, unlike before, as you can see, I'm starting directly at the chapter, or the next chapter screen, like the pre-mission sort of brief, quote-unquote, since it's not actually a deep, or like a briefing, it's just text, but sort of like the pre-mission screen for the next chapter. That's because this game does not have a chapter select option. So, unlike the previous game, this and the next game are actually just, pretty much just a straight game. You pretty much, every chapter just continues on. So, whenever I'm going to be starting and record from the beginning of another chapter, it's basically going to be starting off at this screen instead of the main menu like the previous game. But last time we got introduced to our character. His name is Jack. Well, his actual name is John Jack. Jack is technically his last name, but nobody really calls him that, or everyone just calls him Jack. And story started off with us being tied to a chair because apparently we pissed off some mob boss because we were encroaching onto his territory. Of course, the boss is a complete buffoon, which is, well, I guess it really doesn't, it's not, I was gonna say it's not that surprising considering his men are complete idiots as well, but then again, so are the harm goons. Pretty much every harm goon, at least in the first game, was a complete and utter idiot. But the director, I wouldn't really call him smart, per se. Like, I wouldn't really call him an evil genius, let's say that. But he's not really an idiot either. This guy, however, is a moron, the so-called mob boss. And I'm pretty sure he's not even like a huge, big-time criminal either. He's just some schmuck. Some small-time schmuck who thinks he's a big shot. But really he isn't. But whatever the case is, he tied us to a chair, we escaped, kicked their asses, and then we got called by Volkov, if you guys remember him from the previous game. He is the leader of a unit called Executive Action, which, considering he's an assassin and you're an assassin, basically just means that you're a group, like an a branch of harm that deals with assassinations. So, you got recruited by Volkov, inadvertently, and of course, without being asked of it, which, as I've said this previously in my Half-Life playthrough, basically, when you're a silent protagonist, because Jack actually does not talk whatsoever, unlike Kate, being a silent protagonist basically just means that everybody gets to boss you around. If you're silent, you can't really object to anything, so, how can you refuse to do something, right? So it just comes with the territory of being a silent protagonist, where people get to boss you around. Anyway, so this next chapter, chapter 2, is called Trial by Gunfire. And basically what it is a test. Basically, Volkov wants to see how well you can handle yourself on the job. So he's gonna send goons after you, and you're basically gonna have to run around and kill them to show off what you're made of, basically, to show him that you are in fact worth his time and are a good addition to his organization. I took a ferry from Sicily to Malta. The coordinates in Volkov's note led me to crumbling Roman ruins outside of Calcara. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I figured a job interview for the world's deadliest assassin wasn't likely to involve resumes and multiple choice questions. I knew I was to be put to the test, and I was prepared to cheat if necessary. survive Volkov's test. Not a problem.
Release the lions. Look out! Grab!
Never want to use a pistol in a machine gun fight, unless, of course, you run out of ammo like that. Yeah, nice hiding spot there, dumbass. Not like I can see your head at all. And obviously, being an assassin and an asshole, Volkov wasn't just gonna... let us start off easy. What the hell are you shooting at, dumbass? I'm standing behind a pillar. Obviously you can't hit me through solid rock.
Please proceed.
Yeah, one thing I didn't mention last time is, well, one, I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not entirely, I mean, I don't remember them having any icons, but as you see in the left corner there, as I pick up new weapons, well, really as I pick up any weapon, they actually have a little icon for each weapon. Well, not just the weapons, everything, every tool in this game has a little icon. Hamster of Fury. Jade Hamster say, "You kill everybody." Much big scary action. Hamster with laser eyes with pow. That reminds me of that parody kung fu movie called Kung Pao, I believe. Where it's just random, crazy, ridiculous action. The Jade Hamster in Kung Fu Spy of Fury. So yeah, back to the weapons. Every item in this game, whether it be a weapon or a gadget, well, there aren't really, as far as I remember, any gadgets in this game because you're not a spy, but in the next game, your gadgets... Ah, look at that. Wanted, Kate Archer, Secret Agent Super Spy, wanted dead or alive, preferably dead, reward $1 million. Yes. Another, besides Volkov, who was one of the primary antagonists, not the boss of course, but still a primary antagonist, and the second to last boss of the game. Well, actually no. It was more like the third to last, because we did face Felicity Dumas after Volkov. Although, I guess, technically, I guess you can call Volkov the second to last boss because Dumas wasn't really a boss fight. He was more just punch her in the face a couple times and you're done. But Volkov was an actual battle.